Welcome to the House of Zelda. Some stories are told, others are felt. Tonight we step beyond the surface into the unseen. Welcome, if you dare. Hello there, my darlings. Welcome to the House of Zelda. Yeah, it's a little spooky tonight, but you know what? Welcome to the House of Zelda. It is Saturday, April the 11th of 2022. And hello, my darlings. Welcome. I got a show for you. And we're going to be talking about some things just like sort of kind of that we talked about beforehand. And you know what? Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Yeah, I'm not going to scare you. But before we begin, pardon me, allergies. So forgive me. I look a little swollen, but here we go. Here we go, my darlings. Hold on. Thank you. I'm so glad you're here. And I don't know if I've ever shown you. This is now I have hat hair. This is my Seeing Crime hat. It matches the banner on my YouTube. And look who's on the back. Look who's on the back. The Scary Skelly Sub. There we go. He is in the shop if you'd like to have one, in the merchandise shop. So, my goodness, I can't wait for everyone. Oh, fireplace. Thank you. See, there's a couple of things that I gotta be talking about here. First of all, there we go. Secondly, we better get the fireplace up because we need that mood, don't we? Here we are. There we go. You know what, my darlings? I love being here because this gives me the opportunity and the ability to say, let's be creative. Yeah, you can see I'm a little swollen. I got a little tooth that's a little on the... I'll tell you what. Growing old ain't for sissies. All right, so here we go, my darlings, and thank you. Overlook that. Oh, just overlook it. Here. We'll be Matahari tonight. Now, my darlings, I got a few things that I want to tell you, and we're going to change here for a moment. So here we go. We're going back to Egypt. Hold on. We need some of that Egyptian music. Where is it? Right here. Everyone, get your belly dancing outfits on. Here we go. Don't you love that? I don't know what it is. It is so like Indiana Jones Mummy. Everybody get with the groove. Let's go. That's it, Lawrence of Arabia. Here we go. My belly is always dancing too, Michelle. Here's the problem. I'm really concerned if I get started, I won't be able to get stopped. There we are. Oops. Well, it's looping. Give me a second. We don't want to loop because I had the fireplace looping. Let me get back here. Loopy fireplace. There we are. Now, last weekend was the highest holiday in the Christian belief, Resurrection Sunday. And Chris Bledsoe, some people say Dr. Chris Bledsoe, but I happen to have a little small connection with his daughter. They are in North Carolina. And while everybody is saying, no, nothing happened, we didn't see any red orbs coming out, in Kazakhstan, there was a flurry of red orbs that happened for about an hour that kind of went all over everything. And, you know, I'm going to say, I think there is sort of kind of an awakening happening because it comes back to some Germanic and some Cherokee Indian nation. Oh man, how cool is that? So things are happening behind the scenes. Now, I tried to get some more information about this dude right here. This dude right here, the Sphinx, under his right paw is supposed to be a room that has the records for the city of Atlantis. Underneath him, this way, underneath him, this way. Underneath him, there is supposed to be another Sphinx that is buried. And there is supposed to be a labyrinth. Now, we talked about this the last time, and you know what? The Egyptian government won't let anyone down there. There's a gate. There's all kinds of things that are happening. And I'm going to tell you, it stopped. Everybody has stopped. Production standstill. Wouldn't that be so awesome to be able to get down there? Now listen, I've done a lot of studying, and you guys know me. When I start to dig in, one thing leads to another. Isn't that a song? Okay, so one thing leads to another, and I'm here to tell you, my darlings, that the amazing thing is that the hieroglyphics don't match the hieroglyphics that are in the Great Pyramids of Giza. I am totally convinced that the pyramids, the Sphinx, the labyrinth, all of the libraries were there before the Egyptian reign. I believe that when the Egyptians came into this particular area of Giza, these things were already there. How could they have been built? How? The secrets, my darlings, are under the right paw of the Sphinx. And it is said that those hieroglyphics, those records that have been kept under there, are all about the medicine, physics, life in general, even farming, astrology, astronomy. And for those of you who don't know, I got to tell you this. You see, there is a there's a flat surface. You know, the pyramids look, oh, here we go. We've got some in the background. Zelda is covering up. Hello. There's a flat surface on the top of the main pyramid in Giza. Now, I want you to know this. On that flat surface was something like a gold like encased crystal that was electric, that was free electricity, that lit some of these dark halls. And amazing technology, and that is why Tesla always came back here, because they came up with Tesla came up with the 369 theory, and it came from here. Now, isn't that amazing? Just wanted to give you a little update. And as soon as I find more information on the labyrinth, I'll be back, because this is important. We need to know about this stuff. And why is the Egyptian government gatekeeping this? Sus to me. Now, I also wanted to let you know this. I don't know how many of you know the Karen Reid trial and who are following Sandra Birchmore, but we had some great news today, and that is Tully. I'm not even going to say officer or detective or butthole. I mean, Tully resigned. And you know what that means. He's on the hot seat. He's on the hot seat. And oh boy, yeah, T-boy. Listen, they're going to start falling over like little dominoes. The push for all of this, Massachusetts is not going to be the place to be, unfortunately. I think Massachusetts is an absolutely stunningly beautiful state. But by the time they get done paying out all of these court, civil, wrongful, whatever it is that they're going to, civil suits, they're going to be busted. They're not going to be able to afford let me just put it to you this way. Do you know some of the Massachusetts State Police Patrol people, do you know that they actually make more than the Vice President of the United States? My question is, why? Why? What are they doing? And some other things, Yuri Buchanan, whatever his name is. Yuri, do you know that he was copied on emails to Tully and to some other ones, to the DA's office, about Sandra Birchmore? He didn't have anything to do with Sandra Birchmore. Or did he? It's coming. It's coming. More is coming. Quack quack. Bookie bookie. That's right. Oh, the Massachusetts State Police, they make bundles. They are top. Why? Proctor was making bank. A lot of them were making a lot of money. And I just have to understand, what is Proctor doing now? Can his wife I don't know. Can she handle the bills? Now that Proctor baby, listen, before it's all over, you're going to see some arrests happen. And don't think, hold on, there's a noise coming. It might be loud. Here we go. This noise may be coming.
FBI, open up!
Isn't that fun? Isn't that fun? I just love it. I just love it. I want to shout out somebody that came in here. Just want to shout out somebody that came in here. Where is you? Where are you? Yeah, so anyway, here we are. Mrs. Marie with Fate and Fortune, True Oracle. Bless her heart. She's always got Zelda's back. Hello. Say hello to Mrs. Marie. She's the woman behind the woman. and this. I'm going to tell you. And she is the owner of True Oracle. That is the psychic line that I do readings on. And I got another little something to show you. And then I saw another really important message here. And Patricia, you're healing. We're claiming that on you, my darling. We're healing. You're healing. We're in this with you. We're in this together. You're healing. Okay, hold on. I'm just fascinated by the Egyptian history. I'll tell you something that happened to me one time when I was in the Peabody Hotel in Orlando. But yes, isn't that great? Traitor is Tully. Thank you, Jedi Jen. That is the biggest. Oh, I love that name. Yes, I love that. I was late to the party for Karen. I'll tell you about that. Here we are. Sassy, what? Whose birthday is it? Hello. Give me a second. Give me a second. We got to get some little goodies out here for you. Ready? Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, sassy chicken bama. Oh, I like that. Happy birthday to you and many more. There you go, baby. I love it. Thank you for being here and spending your birthday eve with us. And may you have a beautiful and wonderful year. Now, I know a lot of you are. Hold on just a second. Aunt BB2, my darling, he wants to keep his pension in mind. That's exactly right. See, it's better to retire than to fire. That's the deal. Because if you get fired, you go down the toilet. You go down the toilet. Let me see if I have an appropriate little, an appropriate little thing here for Tully since here we go. There we go. Take a wipe, Tully. You're on your way out. Take a wipe and goodbye. All right. Now let me catch up with everything and everyone. Just had to say a little something and hello. All right, I'm going to tell you a little story and then we got to go on because I got a lot of ground to cover. So I was at the Peabody Hotel in Orlando, Florida, a long time ago. A long, long time ago. And there was a lot of Egyptian things going on. I don't know what it was, and plus, I think that song was Walk Like an Egyptian was out, and it was like, so everybody had this Egyptian thing. Now, at that time, I was reading cards. I was reading for the Psychic Friends Network back in the day. And I love jeans jackets, right? So I got a jeans jacket and painted the signs of the horoscope or the zodiac on the back, and they were beautiful. And hand painted them, whatever. I was wearing that around. Went to a couple of little seminars just to, fit in. I spoke at a couple little things. You all know that story. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I walked beside a full-length mirror. And as I walked beside this full-length mirror, I caught my reflection I caught my reflection or my eye into the reflection of this mirror. And dang, if I didn't look like an Egyptian woman. It stunned me. I mean, I took a double and a double take. That's never happened to me before, and it's never happened to me since. And I don't believe in reincarnation, but I do believe in time travel. I've seen it, and I know time travelers. See, I'm so blessed because I'm kind of in this realm that I know people. Okay. Tess has a good question. How is it that no one else will sing happy birthday due to copyright status? Yet you sing it every weekend. Well, my darling, I don't know. But let me tell you this. Either that they don't want to sing it, or they feel that they have to have music behind it. And the music behind it, say for instance, if I went on somebody's YouTube channel and streamed it on here and sang happy birthday, most likely I would get a copyright. But I've never gotten one. So I'm going to sing happy birthday till I do. Now there's another young lady in the audience, in the chat here, that has a birthday coming up. Make a wish and blow out the candles. Give me a second. Pardon me for the drinking. I'm probably going to be drinking a lot tonight. Our sweet mod, Terry, has a birthday on Wednesday. And since I'm not going to be streaming on Wednesday, I think because she is such an adorable little sweetheart creature that we need to sing happy birthday to Terry. Here we go, my darling Terry. Wait, let me get my balloons out. Ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Terry. Happy birthday to you and many more. Oh, hold on. We got another birthday. Heather, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Heather. Happy birthday to you and many more. There you are, my darling. There we are. Good, good, good. There's Captain Harris. Happy early birthday to you, Terry. Good show. Good show. There we are. There we are. I love you too, my darling, and thank you for being a big part of this channel. She is. She's an adorable sweetheart that is just a big part of this channel. We love her. So thank you so much, and thank you. GTSY is good to see you. It's all those little acronyms that we come up with. So okay, let me scooch through here. Let me scooch through here. You're welcome, everybody. You're welcome. Ice cream and cake sounds so good, but I'll take some ice cream and peach pie. I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay, my darlings. While I was aw, there you go, my darlings. Aw, thank you, honey. I'm honored. Thank you. Okay. Another thing, when I was working for Psychic Friends Network, there was a group of us that was picked to come over and spend 2 nights in one of the pyramids. I wanted to go so bad, but I was married at the time to a commander. No, he was a lieutenant commander at that time. Guess what happened? I didn't go, and I was free again. Independent me, free again. There we are. All right, now, when is the best time to watch the ghosts at Willard Library? You know what? You can watch, I mean, you can see them all the time, but I think that I like to watch it like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. I know. Sometimes, but you know, Zelda, could you get a life or rent one? No, I actually like what I'm doing. I like all this stuff. Okay, all right, here we go. Here we go. Now, I got another story for you. I got 3 waiting in the wings. Here's the first one. Here is the first one. Get ready. We're changing the backgrounds. And here we are. Let me see who he is here for a second. Yes. Oops, nope, wrong one. There we are. There we are. Now look at this. You see this dude looking at me over the shoulders? Well, I gotta tell you something. In Oklahoma, in a rural area of Oklahoma, there was a woman who was working. Now let me set a little backstory. Her husband, her name is Alicia. Her husband is, I think, Willard. They have 2 little kids. And she was going to work. I don't know if she was dropping off food for like DoorDash or what she was doing. And she said when she got to the gate of this home, she heard a growl. And believe me, she said it scared her so bad she could not run. It attacked her. It jumped her. She is still in the hospital, and that happened. That's a true story. March 29th. They're calling it a dog man. And the reason is because there was reports from the neighbors that it was standing upright. Now, there's a little difference now, my darlings, about werewolves and dogmen. Here you go. Are you taking notes? Because my ancestor, Ottilie von Gerlitz, made a deal with some werewolves that they would not come around her farmland, and she would make sure that she fed and protected them from being hunted. Ah. If you'd like to hear that story is in my channel. Now here's the deal. Werewolves change by the moon. They are created. You know, if ever a wolf, or no, hold on. If ever a man is pure in heart and says his prayers by night, can become a wolf when the wolfbane blooms and the autumn moon turns bright. Now, here's a difference between a dog man and a werewolf. The werewolf becomes a werewolf by a bite under a full moon. A dog man is born like that. It doesn't matter if there's a full moon. It doesn't matter what planetary thing is coming out. It doesn't matter. And these dogmen have been known to now be appearing in the state of Oklahoma and all around, down and through there and coming down into Texas. Now, I don't know about all of you, but I think you better be careful if you live in that area. here's the thing. This guy that is supposed to have attacked Alicia is supposedly, allegedly a dog man. Now, there were people outside that were watching this, and someone had a pew pew, and it scared him off. So there have been sightings. There have been what he looks like, and he kind of looks like this, but he doesn't. Yes, I made these images. So here's the deal. Now, the one thing about dogmen, the sightings happen, and they start happening about every 10 years. So there's like this influx. Now, here's the thing. They don't change. They're dogmen all the time. They don't change. They're not like a werewolf. They don't change. And the fact that they are now coming out, we are approaching the 10-year mark. It's like, you know how they say the lotus come out every however many years? Well, the dogmen come out. Now, I'm going to show you something. Thank you, Sassy Chick. I'm so glad you guys listen. Love is kind of crazy with a spooky little girl like me. I am a spooky chick. Now you know why I was single for all those years. Okay, so here we go. Well, how do you tell them apart? A werewolf does not walk on their hind legs continuously. A dog man does. And a dog man kind of has a man feature. Has a man feature. Now I want to show you something. And here it is. This is a GoFundMe in support. This is her laying in the hospital. This poor lady is so chewed up. I'm going to read to you and see, listen. I told somebody yesterday, because I was planning this, and I told them, I said, you know what, $40,000. They did have it at 30. And I told them, I said, 30 isn't enough. 40 isn't enough. You need to be you got 2 little girls and you don't know how long Alicia's going to be down for the count. This is her sister-in-law who made this GoFundMe. Is it GoFundMe? Yes, it is GoFundMe. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this in the chat. Now, here's a disclaimer I'm going to read. Oh, absolutely, they're bad. You need to be terrified of them. They're a werewolf, you can kind of... A dog man, forget it. They are all over. They're all over North America. Trigger warning, my darlings, and disclaim us. I'm going to be reading this to you. Let me see if I can make this a little bigger for you. I'll take me out of the picture. Bless her heart. Say a prayer for this family. I'm going to read this for you, okay? On March 29th, my sister-in-law, Alicia, was found horribly mauled by a dog. We were told the homeowners discovered her unconscious and red stuff all over her body with the dog still present. Now, they have to be very careful about what they say. They can't say a dog man, or GoFundMe would not allow them to put this in there. So I want you to understand this. They immediately called 911 and Alicia was rushed to St. John's in Tulsa for emergency care. The trauma and injuries she suffered have left our entire family in shock, and Alicia now faces long and difficult road to recovery. When Alicia was able to wake up briefly, they were able to remove her breathing tube so she could breathe on her own. when she was able to whisper that she had heard a deep growl as she was walking up to the gate. Something pounced on her. Now, here's a clue: it was dog like, but she did not specify it was a dog. After that, she recalls only hearing yelling and a pew pew, possibly. After the news of the story went on Fox News, my brother found out that the investigation was started and that they had taken parts of her clothing to do DNA testing because some of her wounds were not consistent of a dog bite. We are still waiting for results. Alicia's husband, Wallace, is currently on dialysis and waiting on the kidney donor list. Alicia was the one working and providing for their two beautiful daughters, Zoe and Summer, and they are beautiful. I'm not going to show their pictures here, but they, oh my goodness, they are just as cute as can be. Now, with Alicia unable to work, their family is struggling to keep up with daily expenses. Their only vehicle was towed after the incident and is accumulating fees every day, making it even harder for Wallace to get to his dialysis appointments, which are almost 2 hours away. After the news aired on Fox, the vehicle was returned with no charges to the family. Isn't that beautiful? On top of that, the family is facing mounting costs for food, housing, and travel, all the while trying to support Alicia's recovery. We are currently taking day by day in surgery after surgery and prayers after prayers. We are incredibly amazed and deeply grateful for all donations and prayers and calls. May God bless every one of you. See? Hold your family and your loved ones dear, and hold them near to you. Prayers and any help received would be gratefully appreciated. Anything you can give will go straight toward Wallace, Alicia, and their daughters, helping them cover urgent needs and giving them a bit of cushion during this incredibly hard time. Thank you for reading and for your support of our family in any way you can. Listen, this is quite wild, seriously. And the fact that people are waiting and helping. Here's the other thing. Well, I'm going to stop sharing that. I'm coming back. I had to say, there I am. Hello. Okay. So here we go. Some of these things, some of these creatures are being unleashed. We don't know why. We don't understand. Be careful. Be careful. My thing is, can you imagine if one of her daughters was with her? It would have been tragic. Tragic now. Can you imagine? So yes, every penny counts. Oh, I swallowed that one wrong. Okay. Well, here's the thing. Rabies shots ain't going to help against this thing. This ain't rabies. This is a dog ban. And I'm going to tell you what the sheriff's office said, and that's why they are sending out their DNA on her clothing. He said they've never seen anything like this in their lives. They've never seen anything like this. Listen, I would not go out and hunt these things. Because, quite frankly, this is kind of like that, well, hello, where is Van Helsing when we need it? Seriously? So this is not, this is real. It's not funny. And I thought I would tell you. Because, when I saw that, You know what? You know who I thought of when they said dog bite? Officer John O'Keefe. The MEs knew that that was a dog bite, like, but people don't know. People don't know yet. Emerald Queen, thank you so much for that. That is amazing and darling. Thank you so much. There you go. So I'm going to say, Patty, good question. They are mostly near rural areas and wooded areas. They hide. No, I do not. Oh, craziness, it is. No, I do not believe that someone evil can wish that on that. No, I don't. These things have a mind of their own. That poor family. I'll keep you posted. I'm going to keep you updated. Say prayers, and if you can, pass that GoFundMe around. Let's get them above 40K. That's not a lot of money. It is to them. And that's what the family said. And I'm like, you need to put it up there. But see, the reason they don't is because GoFundMe will not release it until you meet goals. They're 98% there. But they can still add more. And so that's why they're doing it that way. This incident happened in Oklahoma, east of Oklahoma City, between Oklahoma City and the Arkansas state line. If you look at the map and you look where Dallas is down here, you look straight up and it's right in that area, a very rural area. So there you go, very fast. They're like lightning with hardly any warning. So there you are. So there we are, my darlings. Okay. Are you ready for the next story? You think this is wild? Oh, look who's here. The producer. The producer. Well, let's hold on just a second. Spirit Moon has a birthday too. And so let's sing to her. Spirit Moon, my darling. Here we are. Wait, let me get my balloons out. Where are they? Here we are. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Spirit Moon. Happy birthday to you and many more. Woohoo! Yes, happy birthday. Woo! There we go. There we go. This happened in the daylight in the afternoon. This happened in the afternoon. And listen, these things have no fear. I want you to know that. There's no fear. Here's the producer, Sammy. I bet she could scare him off. She mean. That's my girl. There we go. This is Sammy. Look at this. Oh, Sammy, my girl. Look, she's a mean girl, but I love her mean. All right. Just keep aware, okay? Just keep aware. Hello, cat. That's right. Hello, cat. All right. So, hang on to your little. We got more. We got more. Here we go. We're switching gears now, and then I've got a. Where am I? I got a story for you. There's a story. Is it here? Yeah. Oh, look who's up next. It is the Mothman. There now have been, it's possible, Debbie, but these things are ancient of days. These things go back clear into the 1300s. Ask the Indians. It's near the Chickasaw Reservation. There we are. Okay, resting beast face. That's her. You see this? Oh, mommy's girl. Okay. So, and hello and welcome to each and every one of you coming in. Please do me a favor. Bump that subscribe button. Put that little sweet, do you see this? Right there. That's got DNA. Do me a favor and just go peek right there to the like button and see what happens. And the upper, yeah, in Michigan too. Okay, so here we are. Yes, it looks like a dog and it walks upright. That's the dog man. A werewolf is the one that only comes out during the full moon phases. Okay? Dog men, they're out all the time. They're out on all the time. Okay. Now, here's the thing. The Mothman sightings are really coming out in California. All over California, especially in Northern California. Now you know what that means. You see her? She's like my paranormal, like Are you okay, sister? Okay. It's not like Bigfoot at all. Think of a werewolf that walks on its hind legs. And it looks like a dog. A dog. Mothman. Now that means Mothman sightings. I'm not saying that there is, but it could be that it's a warning. And that is sort of kind of amazing. Because with whatever is going on right now, but they are hovering up. Use caution. But they're coming into some residential areas, and there are people catching this Mothman fellow that are on people's garage. They're on the garages that are on buildings now. Getting brave. And they have something to say. That's why they're coming out. So be watchful. Be watchful for some of these things that are coming out. And I am just getting heads up on the Mothman. So I will let you know. Now, the werewolf that legend has it spoke to my ancestor, Odalie von Gorlitz, could speak. He looked like a man, but she wrote down everything. He could speak. He would come and have a meal with her. And the deal was they would stay away from her sheep, and she would keep the men from hunting them. So that was that little thing there. So there we are. Nobody says garage. Wait, I don't know. Wait a minute. I don't know if you heard about Kelly Dever. Remember how she said she didn't answer any phones, she didn't know anything, and she testified in court at the Karen Reed trial about that? Well, there now is a recording of her that came out with a request from Freedom of Information Act, a FOIA request, and all of a sudden, she's taking a particular call. And who was it from? An officer talking about Did you see anybody laying in the yard? Well, yeah, I got that call. Bunch of liars. Is this either for loser or liar? I haven't figured it out. How can you lie? How can you lie like that? Oh my, here she is, saying the infamous word, garage.
The garage, essentially. There's a garage, essentially.
And let's hear it again.
The garage, essentially. There's a garage, essentially.
She is another one that resigned. She is another one that resigned. See, I don't go out here. I'll tell you why. Yeah, the false memory chick. That's right. Oh, I had a false memory. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay, now I'm going to keep you posted on the Mothman. Now comes the story. Hold on. I've got sound effects. I got sound effects here. You see this? This personally, my darlings, is very interesting. This is a story that happened to me. I was in the Great Smoky Mountains. I had decided that I just wanted a little bit of a retreat. I just wanted to be like, not bothered. So this place that I got, unfortunately, did not, I mean, the cell phone service there was sparse. Wasn't, so anyway. So I decided that Ian was staying with my grandmother's, and I thought, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to get a cabin, and I'm going to hunker down for a couple of days, and I'm going to write. I made sure I got one with the fireplace. I got a bunch of food, and there we go. Now, when I pulled up to the cabin, I had the eeriest feeling that I was being watched. And it was just so bizarre and so real. And I thought, it could be an animal, because there's a lot of animals. There's a lot of animals in the Great Smoky Mountains. Okay? That's part of that Appalachian thing. Trigger warning. Okay? So I get in this cabin. Now, the one thing, my darlings, I'm just going to tell you, when you live near the Great Smoky Mountains and up and around that region, and those people who know and who've lived there in the Appalachian Mountains, you better listen to what they have to say. And the Cherokee Indians. At night, you make sure you pull, your doors are locked, your windows are locked, and you pull your drapes, your blinds, whatever the case may be. And I did that. So I get in there, and I'm just feeling like, oh, here, I'm a writer. I'm going to be writing. I got the little fire going and everything else. And all of a sudden I heard, Zelda, coming from outside. Zelda. And I thought, who the heck is that? And I peeked out, because I peeked out because I thought, well, maybe it's the owner of the cabin. It was an Airbnb, right? Zelda. And I heard it getting closer and closer. And I thought, what in the absolute heck? And I looked at my phone is like a half a bar. And I'm thinking, oh my God, what is this? Pretty soon, I hear steps on the porch. and I hear the doorknob shaking. And then, Zelda, 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 help me. Zelda, I need you. I need your help. Help me. Help me. Knocking on the windows, knocking on the door. I'm going to tell you, that scared me, and I'm fearless when it comes to a lot of things. Look at her looking at the door. No, mommy's chicken. Never, if you're there by yourself or anyone else, never, ever, ever go outside. Never open the door and say, "What? What?" Because they will scream. And they will change voices. And this thing was changing voices. And it was outside going, "Mom? Mom? Mom? Zelda?" And all the while, I'm holding my phone going, "Dear God in heaven, just give me a half a bar. Just give me a half a bar." So I'm pushing furniture in front of the one door, and by the back door was a washer and dryer. I'm going to tell you, I pulled out that dryer and pushed it in front of that back door. I wasn't going to go outside. You don't go outside. When you hear that kind of thing going on, no, you don't. You don't go outside. In the Great Smoky Mountains, there are things that are called skinwalkers. There are watchers. There are witches. There are all kinds of little things. And I'm going to tell you, you do not want to take a chance. Because, see, my car had been parked, and you think, okay, well, I can just make a beeline for the car. This thing, whatever it was standing on my porch, walking back and forth, jiggling the knob, knocking. "Zelda, come out here. Come out here. Come out here. Where are you? Mom? Mom? So you better hunker in." So I had all the lights off. I turned all the lights off. And I was by the fireplace, and I had a fireplace poker. And I'm sitting there going, okay, not today. Not today. You get in. Oh, buddy, the fur will fly. Because I ain't gonna, and so I'm going around doing protection all around. There's salt in the cabinet. I'm putting salt. I'm doing all this all around. And finally, I kept checking my phone. Finally, I am able to get out. And I put a call in to the owner of the cabin and said, "I do not know if you're going to hear this. I need a either sheriff's deputy, or I need a ranger up here immediately. I am in dire straits. I am in trouble. Pardon me. I am in trouble, and I need your help immediately." Pardon me. I got the hiccups. All of a sudden, I hear this knock on the door. Now, it wasn't that little knock. It was like, "Ma'am? Ma'am?" Well, I'm not answering. I'm not answering. And then I hear this radio. "We're here at the at the plate, there's no one here. And I'm hearing, the radio, and I'm thinking, and I peeked out, and there's a deputy, and there's a car. Now, if there was not a sheriff's deputy, or if there was a sheriff's deputy standing there with no car, I ain't going to no door. But the door was up, and he had a light on. Had the light on inside the car, and he had the lights on. I opened up the door. I grabbed him, and I said, "Oh my good heavens!" And he looked at me like I had been. And he said, "Ma'am," and it implied, "Have you been drinking?" I said, "I don't drink, but by golly, I'm about to start now." I'm hearing some bloody skinwalker, and his face went white as a sheet. And he said, "You were hearing what?" And I said, "I'm hearing a skinwalker." And he said, "What happened?" I said, "That thing has been pacing on my front. It's been knocking. It's been going on. It's been crazy. It's been carrying on." And he said, "We need to get you out of here." See, he didn't say, "Oh, lady, you be crazy. You're dumb. You're just crazy. You've been drinking so much." Hello. I said, you need to wait on me till I gather up my things, collect myself, and you're going to walk me to that car. And by golly, you got a sidearm, and you're going to draw it. He goes, "No, ma'am." I said, no. I said, "Yes, buddy, because you won't have time. If something comes up here, you won't have time." He said, "Let's just get you in your car." I said, "You're going to look in my car." So he's looking in the trunk. He's looking all over my car. I said, "You look under it too. Something might be hanging underneath there." So if you would have seen that guy, he's probably like, "Oh my God, heaven." So anyway, my darlings, I got in the car, and I was just praying because I thought, these things are weird. It could not be starting. It could be bizarre, weird, all these things, and hello. I would be in troubles big time. Pardon me. Thank you very much. Renee has sent a Venmo. You're so sweet, Renee. Well, I'm divinely protected too, but that doesn't mean that something can't come on. Because it can. And sometimes it'll try harder because you are. Because why? Sometimes devils don't mess with heathens. You ever think why? No need to. Think about it. So I'm just thinking, okay, here we are. So as time goes on, I'm going out of that woods, and I had a Benz. It was a little older. Oh, I put the pedal to the floor of I was like going down that road. Hang on, Sammy, we're going, girl. I was going down that road in that Benz, and that I was looking in my rearview mirror, and I thought, "Sir, do not even try to pull me over because I'm in a state." I get out of there, and I hightailed it to my grandmother's house. I was so scared I didn't even go home. I went there. Ian was with her, and I said, "Grandma, I got to stay with you." And she's like, "What happened?" Because listen, my grandma was the type that, "Oh my God, wait a minute, we need snacks." That was my grandma. "Wait a minute, we need snacks." And there, Grandma and Ian are just, she had a little expression that when she was really, they were mowing it. I don't even know how do you spell mow? They were mowing it in. Mow. I don't believe that it's a Nephilim there, Cat. I think it's a It's a big Sasquatch. I believe it's a squatch. So, you know, I stayed there. I couldn't sleep all night. I would get up and look around the windows. I would get up and look, and it's like I was sleeping with Ian because I thought, oh, you come in here and try to get my son. You one piece over there, one piece over there. You know, you get. I was like a mother, as they say, a mother sow. Hello, that doesn't sound very nice, but a mother bear. I was like a mother bear. Come near my cub, come near my grandma, and it would have been. And I got to tell you, my grandmother had a 44, and that laid out on the table, ready to get. No, I didn't leave my food or anything. I didn't leave it. I gathered up. He stayed there and helped me, or he watched over me. And boy, I'll tell you what, I went through there like a little tornado. And then the song in my brain, you want to know the song in my brain? That, I mean, it was just like, oh. So there you go. Crazy among crazy. But see, I gotta tell you something. My grandfather, he looked like Lorne Green. Give me a second. Somebody said they sent me something. Barbara, you darling. Thank you, honey. Thank you for your generosity today. I love it. A skinwalker can take on, you might as well just say that they're a shapeshifter. They are a mimic, and out west especially, they can take on the shape of anything, including a hurt animal. I have Indians who are friends, as in nation, Indian nation friends. I love them. Probably some of the most spiritual people that you ever want to meet. God-fearing, I just love them. And this one man said, hey, I'm going to tell you something. I went up to a deer one time that was laying on the ground and acted like it was hurt. And when I approached it, it raised its head and said, can you help me? I said, oh my gosh, I would have had to wipe out the back of my pants if I would have seen something like that. He said, He said, I backed up and got away from there in a big moment. See, they know about this stuff, but back to Grandpa. Grandpa was like Lorne Green, you know, Ben Cartwright. Dun, 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 dun. Ben Cartwright, a man's man, hunter, fisher. That's where I learned. Listen, if we ever get stuck and if we're in the woods, come join. I am a survivor. We can survive on what I know. Absolutely. My son knows that. And if we're ever in a zombie attack, come with me. We will survive. So my grandpa, what is it, sister? My grandpa would always tell of these things. Now remember, it was my grandfather who told of his ancestors. Oh, her CP told of her ancestors, or his erase. Grandfather told of his ancestors that were in the Revolutionary War and in the Civil War. And my grandfather had relics, and there were vampires that would come over in ships to gather the relics on the battlefields. Listen, this stuff is real. And like, once again, I'm just going to tell, excuse me, ma'am. I'm going to tell you how I feel. I believe in cryptids. I believe in Sasquatch, I believe in skinwalkers, the Mothman, dogmen, werewolves. Oh my, there's an alligator in the room. I believe in, excuse me, a little pain in the crack. Do not do that, sis. Here, get down. I believe in mimics, demons. I believe in the lower astral. I believe in all of this. I'm taking these off as a precaution because she'll be back. She kissed me before she left, and it was a little on the juicy side. Okay, so I believe in immortal DNA. I believe in so many things. Did I say UFOs? I believe in aliens. I believe in all this stuff. Because here's where I want you to know. If you can take on the mindset that you know enough to know that you don't know enough, you're going to be okay. Where the problem comes and where issues start is when you're like this and you got your head down and you don't want to see, you don't want to learn, you don't want to be you don't want to be. I believe in witches. I believe in hags. I'm going to tell you something. The hags in Scotland are bad. But if you ever run into an Armenian witch, you better play nice, give them a piece of candy and say, thank you very much. I went in the wrong direction and I'm thanking you as you back up. They are some bad mamas. They make Marie Laveau out of New Orleans look like Minnie Mouse. There's a lot of that stuff around. And that's why, my darlings, we are warned in the good book not to play around with that stuff. And you want to know why I believe that a lot of these things are being unleashed? I'm going to tell you. I know a lot of people that are in the paranormal field because I am. I go ghost hunting, but I try to approach it from a scientific, because I want to know what's causing it. Why? It's energy, but what's behind the energy that's causing it? Got it? That's why I'm there. See, I knew she'd be back. I'll be back. So, that's my baby. Oh, she just got a drink of water. That's nice. Do you give towels with your showers, ma'am? Oh, look at those ears. Hello. I need to wipe your face. Give me a second. All right. So, anyways, my darlings, I believe in time travel. I believe in portals. I believe in the med beds. I believe in a lot of things. But I'm going to tell you why I believe that a lot of this stuff, and let me get rid of this dude right here because he doesn't belong with us. Where are we? Where are we? Here we go. Get in front of the house of Zelda here. That's nice. So the reason being is because not everybody, but there are some people that play around with these spirit boxes and these things that open portals. And when you open portal, whatever energy is waiting on the other side is it's like a rabbit letting a rabbit out of the hole for the first time in 5 years. Zing, and away they go. Thank you, Sammy. And away they go. That's why I love to be here and really tell you and share with you things that I know, because I'm going to tell you, I believe that I know enough to know that I don't know enough, and that's what keeps me researching. That's what keeps me. I got to turn this light on. It's getting darker than hello. That's why, my darlings, you've got to do enough research to really understand and know what you're up against. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I don't have anything against anybody that wants to use a Ouija board or a spirit box or any of that sort of thing. But there's a certain responsibility that comes along with it. And that is, if you're going to go somewhere and you're going to open up a portal, by golly, you better know how to close it when you leave. That's when I learned all about iron and how iron Karen Reed case again. Why is that coming up? Karen Reed case. I always said, I don't know, around that courthouse in Canton. I can't remember. Were there iron stakes around it? I don't think so. A lot of courthouses have iron stakes around it. You know that? Here comes my chicken. Look at her. She's mommy's girl. We play all the time. You see, when I made this image of my house, there we are, the house of Zelda. It's safe here. You know why? Because I have an wrought iron fence that goes all the way around. I did that for a reason, because I knew we were going to be talking about this. They don't have any iron railing. Okay, Aunt BB. I always said that if I ever went up there during the Karen Reed trial, that I wish I had some iron, because I would do some iron. There's so much evil around that courthouse, around the DA's office, in my opinion, around the law enforcement, and even some judges. Now, there are some that are okay. But wow. But the reality is, my darlings, I believe that we are living in a time that we need to really start. That's why I have these times for you. That's why we come in here. I love telling you my stories. And I love telling you stories, but I also feel that it's important, because you're not going to hear any big time mainstream media. Now, Fox News did report on Alicia and Wallace about the dog man. Hello, my darlings, and welcome. Come on in. Do me a favor, if you haven't already, you see this? You see this little part of your thumb? That goes over the subscribe button really, really easily, and you can come in here and talk with us. You can come in here and talk with us, because I'd love that. And please, I've got the hiccup for some reason. And please use this finger and put that sweet DNA on the like button, because it helps. And share it out. Share it out. Get it out there. Get it out there. I was thinking there was some type of iron around there, but I can't remember. Thank you. Thank you. Did you all leave your DNA? Thank you. Thank you. I heard that they are spotting a Bigfoot up there in Northeast Ohio. So I got to tell you, my darlings, I think that, now on some Saturday nights, we're not going to be talking a lot about this stuff. Okay. We're not going to talk a lot about it. We're going to just sit here and we might talk about cases. But have you ever wondered, do you not feel that the case, that light, I can't even hardly see. Hello, goodbye. Whew. Have you wondered why the cases seem to have gotten really dark? Really dark? There are no divorces anymore. Somebody just knocks off the other one and away they go. They're off to the next one. So I feel that it's very important to talk about the energy, to talk about everything. Listen, it is Halloween in my house every day of the year. I don't like to call what I do EVPs, quite frankly. To me, it's an energy, and it's the things that I use are for they're based on the binary system, ones and zeros, and that's the energy that will come in and form the words. It's the energy. So never ever do I ever want to depend on some spirit or entity from somewhere, God knows where, because you can't trust it. I I know there are some people that just say, "Oh, my dad, my grandmother, whatever, they come in and they talk to me." I hope so. I hope it's them. Because unfortunately, there are those that wait in the lower astral that they know more about us than we do. And they can have a conversation with you. Listen, everybody's going crazy about AI. I don't think AI is as dangerous as the influx of spirit boards and opening up portals and all of these things that we have talked about tonight. No, I would not trust an ancestor speaking to me at all. Yvette, I would not. And the reason being is, first of all, we are told in the book of Samuel not to do that. And secondly, how do you know who you're really talking to? I don't trust it. If I ever had a voice came in and say, oh, I mean, because here's the thing. What if grandma comes in and says, you know what, why don't you just go take a big long walk off of that cliff over there? And that happens. I have studied those things in life. Have you ever seen in a trial where there would be someone who would say, I took out this person because I was told to. This voice in my head. Now everybody's like, oh, well, they're a sociopath. No, there is a fine line between possession and sociopath. Did you know that? And I don't know if you know this or not, but wouldn't you know? Okay, so I don't know if you know it or not. We'll talk about it in a minute. There's a manual for psychiatrists. Did you know that possession is in that manual? The signs of someone being possessed, this stuff is real. And I don't, no way, because it says that the moment that the silver cord breaks, that's what holds you, the spirit in. The moment the silver cord breaks, you go back to the Creator. And there is no selling your soul to the devil. It doesn't exist. The devil doesn't own your soul. The Creator does. That's just something to make you feel like you've got to abide by something dark and evil, because something dark and evil has you convinced that you've sold your soul to the devil and there's no redemption. And that in itself is a lie. There is no selling your soul to the devil. You have free will here on earth. And believe me. Okay, so let me see something. Anti-badge, whatever. That's it. Can't sell what you don't own. Hold on. Somebody said something here that's very interesting. That's right. Loves hummingbirds. It was just going by what you said when you asked for John's energy. I didn't mean it to miss it. No, you're fine. It's John. I'm here. If I can answer it, I will. There we go. I will. I believe because my mother, when she died, called my telephone. It was a landline. And it rang so funny, I didn't answer it. I wouldn't answer it because I knew that she was having trouble. And I just basically said, no, Mom, you got to go on. It's okay. It's okay. We know it. We're well aware. It's okay. And I was having dreams about that for a while before it happened. And I had a psychic to tell me that. I was a wreck. And that's why I do not tell of people passing away on a definitive level. Okay, so hold on a minute. Okay, it's Billy Joe. The feds came out and said Tommaso is a suspect. When did they say that? Was it just like now, or is it today? Now, I got to tell you something. If you're following Nancy Guthrie, a very interesting interview that Brian Etten had last night or the night before, I don't know what day it is, that I want you to know. Hi, my darling. Karen, hi. I'm so glad you're here. Hold on. Exactly, Sylvia's daughter. One of these days, and I think I've got it together on Patreon, because not only are we going to be talking about it, we're also going to be talking about Jim Carrey and his connections. So Ashley Banfield said it again, because I know that she said that her source said that Tommaso they were keeping their eyes on him. But I didn't hear, and that's when Savannah wanted to sue her for defamation or something. Okay, so let me tell you this. If you have not seen the interview with Ashley Banfield, not Ashley Banfield, Brian Enton, if you've not seen it with Brian Enton, he has an interview with, I think her name is Dr. Burgess. She's the one who wrote The Mindhunter. If you've not seen Mindhunter on Netflix, when this is over, race to watch it. Because do you remember how, may have been yesterday's video. No, it was day before yesterday. I said, why haven't the FBI came out and profiled? Why hasn't there been a profile from the FBI? Why hasn't there? And you know what she said in the interview? I just think it's odd that the FBI hasn't come out and some of these things, Dr. Ann Burgess, she is, and some of these things that I have been saying in the readings, she said, I was like glued to the chair. I'm like, oh my heck. That's true. I love Ann Burgess. No, Ann Burgess, I don't believe Ann Burgess testified in the Karen Reed case. We had 3 women MEs. And when I say you need an ME, if you haven't seen Scarpetta, now that's Hollywood, right? Thank you, my darling. I love monarchs. Thank you, my darling. I love those earrings. Don't you love hoop earrings? I do. I have been wearing hoop earrings since the 1970s, and bigger than this. Used to be a poodle could jump through mine. But this is a reality. Things that are happening now. Yes, she works with Dr. Gary Brigado. Yes. Yes. It's not official. It's just coming from Ashley Banfield on Tubi. Supposedly Megyn Kelly interviewing Ashley Banfield, but it's not really either their channel. Well, I think because what they're doing is they're making shorts and they're rerunning these. And so anyway, that came out yesterday with Brian Enron. You mean Etten? Wait, it was Ashley that said it, but it might have been her being on another channel. She said her source said it though. Okay, that's been a while ago. That she was talking with Megyn Kelly, I believe. So yeah, Dr. Gary is fantastic. Dr. Gary is. But if you have missed that Brian Enton, I gotta tell you, I gotta hand it to that young man. Brian Enton was out there for seriously about 50 days, more than 50 days. A lot of people, YouTubers, have been out there. We're seeing a lot of that. And I'm going to tell you something. There are some officials now that are calling for Nanos to resign, and rightfully so. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to. Too bad. He's now entered the age of the court of opinion. I think the Tommaso thing was earlier on, but they keep running it because you know that gets clicks. So that's why. Jim Carrey is a good mystery to me. One interview took him over the next. I'll tell you all about that. Brian is a workaholic. He is fantastic. Thank you, Aunt BB. No BS, and I love that he lets his guests speak and doesn't cut them off. I like that too. I like that too. Hello there, Diana Ocean. Aloha, Lady Zelda. What a show. Prayers for Alicia Wallace and their family. Thank you for your amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you. It is the original Mindhunter series. Yes. Yes, it is. You're very welcome. Now, this woman from the Bahamas, I'm concerned she's going to be another disappearing act. And this dude is still sitting in custody waiting to be charged. What? What? I don't think they're going to find her. If they do, I think you're going to be hearing of another woman. And I think she knew it. I think she knew it. Oh my, he's not been charged yet because they're trying to find out. They're trying to find her. If she's deceased, then they're going to charge him with a big M. That lady and her husband lived down the road from me. Oh, Jedi Jen. Oh my. Oh my. Yes, Daphne Bryan does have nice hair. He does. Yeah, there's another one I checked. See, I always check on these ones behind the scenes. They're, you know, and they think no body, no charges. That ain't no more. That ain't no more. You're running a risk if you want to play around and take someone out. You know? They found her Apple Watch on the beach. Yeah. Thanks, Kathleen. Pretty bad. Flight of the Bumblebee. Maybe it's Flight of the Bumblebee. But you know what? I used to do that when my mom would tell me to hurry up and get ready for school. You know, because it just got you, you know. Yeah. Brian found the backpack, and yet we hear nothing. Crickets. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I loved what Dr. Burgess said in the interview last night, and that was something needs to be brought out. Something needs to be brought out about Nancy. Yes, she is. I love her. I was looking at Dr. Burgess last night. I thought, oh, would I love to talk with her? Because Dr. Burgess she is somebody, I'm sure she has worked with psychics if she's not working with them now. And when I looked at her and I thought, oh heavens, she's saying a lot of things that I have been saying in these videos. So she alluded to something, and it was that revenge. And she kept saying, I don't know. I can't, because listen, we can't come out and say, yeah, we can say that there is a suspicious thing going on. Melissa, it was Dr. Ann's, it was Brian Etten. Now I got to show you all something, and then we're going to go through some things. All right, this is my chick. Look at her. Everybody. Everybody loves a pooper. That's why we invited you. Party pooper. All right, I got to show you something. Okay, sister. Down. Now, I keep hitting this, and I am so sorry. She's my girl. All right. I got a little something to tell you. In the shop, all of the DIY cards are now $17 this weekend. All of them are the same price, and I want to show you. Yeah, she is a little stinker, isn't she? I want to show you what these cards look like. And you can go over and get them at trueoracle.com. Now, check this out. This is the new card deck. You're going to love it. And this is how they print out. This is what they look like. Oops. Here we go. You can see one there. Let's see if I can get him to show. It's white, and that, hello, the invisible woman. There we are, maybe. Oh, the light is having its way with me. But these are amazing. And they are so cute. And it's an oracle deck. And believe me, you're going to love them. This is how I print these out. I print these out on it's not cardstock, but it's a heavier paper. And believe me, they are so adorable. Take a look at these. And they're easy to read. Look at this, the key. Oh, why do you do that? Why do you do that? Okay, let's see. I was getting close. The key. So this is what they look like, my darling. This is what they look like. Can you hold up a regular plain card? Yes, of course. Well, here I have one. In fact, I have some catacomb cards here. So I'll give you a comparison of what they look like. Here is a catacomb card. This should be the size of a regular tarot. And there they are. They're just a little smaller. And it gives you room. Now, what it does is on these, it gives you room to where you can cut them out, have some generous area around those. I love these catacombs. But here is a playing card. Here's the playing card. Let me do this. There we go. This is from my teaching deck. That's why it's written on. Oh, why are you doing? There we are. That's the playing card. There we are. So these are a little easier to handle. You're welcome. You're welcome. You can write notes on the space around the cards if you want. Now, here's the wonderful thing about these cards. They also come with a guidebook. They also come with a guidebook. It is included. It is included. It is included. And then there's a coloring book as well. Let me, I don't have a teaching deck in the shop. What I do have is the ebook that has the cartomancy meanings, and then you can write them on your deck. And the reason you want to do that is because that is a good way for you to learn. So you take the meanings and then you can do it in that regard. We have a coloring book. I'm going to show you that. Give me a second. Wait, let me show you this. I am going to show you. This is the mock-up in Canva that I have, but I'm going to show it to you. Here we go. Oh, Rose, yeah, I can't find I can't find it. Here we go. This is the front page of the book of the cards. Let me see if I can. There we go. That's what it looks like. And then there's the guidebook in there. I do have a word search as well. There's a mystery word search. There are coloring book, and there are hidden objects as well. Hidden objects. I've tried everywhere, Rosebud. I've tried Etsy. I've tried eBay. I've tried Amazon. I've tried Bicycle, and to no avail. Well, honey, if the meanings are written on the cards, and there's a guidebook that shows you. So the guidebook does come with this set of cards. They're in the shop now. In fact, let me pull up that website so you can see what they look like where you want to go. All right, so let me share this. Thank you, Patricia. This hat is actually in my merchandise. Now I've got a hat, hair, whatever. This is actually in my merchandise store. That is the banner on my YouTube channel. And then we have that little dude in the back. And let me tell you something. This is quality. These images are embroidered. That's an embroidery. That is not stamped on. So we haven't picked yet because I think there's only one or two people that's one or two people that have entered. So I'm just kind of extending it because I want people to be Okay, here we go. Here we go, my darlings. Now, this is this True Oracle site. You go on here. There's yours truly. This is where you can book a reading. I'm no longer doing video readings, but there are email readings. What you'll want to do is go into the digital shop. The digital shop takes you to all of the cards and all that. So all of the cards are $17, and so is the Catacombs. The Catacomb Oracle guidebook is also 17. So, but here is the coloring book. That's the coloring book, my darlings. And it takes you through a little mystery. And you solve the mystery as you're going through it. It's called the Obsidian Arcana Case. And it's a printable mystery coloring book. And it is so fun. And it has 17 pages. So there you go, my darlings. I wanted to show that to you before we said goodnight. So yeah, head on over there, trueoracle.com, and it is, and then you can go from there. Yeah, Dr. Birch is being 89 years old. Wow. Let me see. Bicycle does have a fire, water, earth, and okay, I'll look. What paper do I recommend? This is not copy paper. It's just a little heavier than copy paper. Let me see. I'm going to get you the weight of it. I'm going to give you, that's for me the best to use. I get this on Amazon. I have it in my shop. Many of you have sent me this. I'm so appreciative. This is it right here. And it is 65-pound weight. And this is a very reasonably priced card. It's like a card stock, but it's not heavy. Not heavy. Pardon me, pardon the noise. Okay. Let me see. Hi, Margaret. I'm doing fine, darling. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Oh, I do believe in shapeshifters. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Skinwalkers and shapeshifters are kind of like, you know. Let me see. I'm going to maybe see about on Patreon if I can share a lot of these things, because there's like 9 words you can't say on here or you're going to get. It's not photo stock. It's just like a greeting card. Look under 65-pound weight. It's the brilliant 8.5 by 11 is what that is. How long on sale cards are you cutting off Saturday? Well, today's Saturday. I think we're going to cut it off on Monday. I think we'll cut it off on Monday, but maybe I can talk Mrs. Marie into keeping them on until maybe Wednesday, something. Thank you. Be kind. Listen, by any person, you kept my attention throughout. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Shapeshifters basically can take on any shape or any identity that there is. And that pretty much is it. Usually human or living. My shapeshifter experience is, you know, you're not going to get a lamp, that type of thing. Let me see if it's not gloss. It is. It just says bright white. Bright white, not gloss. If you look under the Amazon, it just says bright white. And then it's good. And you know what? If you download the coloring book, and you make a mistake, you've already downloaded it, so you can color again. I like to download those on my iPad because I've got my little Apple Pencil and I can do my thing, and then if I don't like it, I can erase it, and then I can do it over again. So there we go. Next week, we're going to keep up the interest. I think that there's, well, I'm going to say, if you're a shapeshifter, you don't have any good business. You're not here to, skippity-doo-dah and have tea with somebody. You're here because things ain't good. There we go. Yeah, you know what? I've had that experience when my son was living away and right before the C word came. I heard him call my name many times, and I wouldn't answer. I would just get up and say, "Get out, get out. You do not belong here. Get out." Oh, I didn't know that. I love monarchs. Okay, that's good advice. Oh, I didn't see. Captain Jerry, I don't know. I'm not really seeing a lot, so I don't know. I'm sorry. Let me see. Barbara, thank you again. Melissa, thank you for sending through something in Venmo. I appreciate that. Okay, what happens to the person or thing a shapeshifter forms into? That's the whole thing. Sometimes they can be no longer here on this earth. Sometimes. It just depends. Nothing really, because they're not capturing their soul. They're kind of cloning. See? It's kind of scary, isn't it? I will do what I can to, we'll do that again on the energy box. We'll do it again. Watching the Akus. Oh yeah, that unfortunately those lifetime, they did not do. Okay, let me thank a lot of people because you've been waiting so patiently. A new member, Joan, is a member of this channel and of True Oracle. Thank you. Jay Slaps. Oh, look at that. I love it. Thank you so much for being here. Desperate for Truth, a new member, probably on both channels, and thank you so much for that. Chris, new member. Texas Rose, Yellow Rose of Texas. Thank you very much, Zoe, for being here. Look at that. These may have been from last night. I don't know. I don't think so, though. Pickles, Mama, Blama, new member. L. Banks, new member. Welcome. Texas Rose, and probably on both channels. Thank you. Thank you for your generosity, my darling D. Hello to all Zeldanators. Time to belly dance. Appreciate y'all bunches. I love it. Yeah, don't you love to belly dance with that? I love it. And Aunt BB, generous as can be with 10 Lady Zelda memberships. I love it. Thank you. And, oh yeah, that was the Tully that you said. Thank you for that. Ruby is generous with a $4.99 sticker. Thank you, darling. Kimberly, thank you very much for the sticker. I appreciate it. Spirit Moon is a brand new member. You feel like you are part of the foundation here, my darling. Welcome. It's Billy Joe's a new member. Thank you so much. Wait, I hit something I shouldn't have. Okay. Love when she appears. Beautiful Sammy. Thank you so much, Sassy. I appreciate you. Kat Randall's 5 Lady Zelda Kelly memberships. So generous. And Karen, thank you so much for being here, my darling. I appreciate you. Very, very much. Very, very much. Give me a second. Why is my phone doing weird things? Anyway. I had to plug my phone in. Oh, okay. Let me see. All of these are downloads, and we print from our own computer and then cut them out. That's correct. That's what you do. Because that's what I do. So I will cut these out. I wanted to show you before I do it. So I cut them out, and then I will paste these on. Probably I have some more of those tarot cards, but you can use whatever you need to. And, you know, some people will use index cards. Some people will cut up cereal boxes. Some people, you know, it just really all depends. The new cards are the Zelda, let me see. The new cards are the, let me get back here. The top secret deck. Let me show you that right here. Let me see. So yeah, you just cut them out, you paste them, and you're good to go. Let me show you the name of the cards, the top secret cards. I'll be using them as soon as I put them together. Here we are. That is the name of them. Let me make it a little bigger for you. There we are. There you can see. It comes with the crime deck, the printable oracle, printable oracle, can I talk? The printable oracle cards with the meaning guide included. This one, you get your meanings guide included. Look at that, how cute that is. So there you go. That's the name of it. You are so welcome. Thank you so much. You guys are so wonderful and so generous. Thank you. Stuff is going, yeah, if you want to know more about Skinwalker Ranch, that's a place to be. Skinwalker Ranch, absolutely. Oh, Linda. True Oracle on this one is the only one. So maybe it was on True Oracle, honey. Maybe so. Maybe so. So anyway, my darling, we've had a night, haven't we? I love having you here. Thank you so much. So I've got a little outro for you, okay? Hang around for the outro. I love it when you're here, and I love making all these little goodies for you to enjoy. I mean, after all, that's why you're here. You want to be entertained, and I'm here to do it. So I want you to have a wonderful rest of the weekend. Be kind to each other. Be aware. Be watchmen. And you know what? Always look on this side of fail. And here is, who is this? Shaggy Noodle. Let me show you Shag. He's got to come up here. Come on, buddy. Oh my. There's the Shag Master. And he's purring. With that being said, my darlings, hang in there. Thanks again for being here. And I will see you again next time. And that means very soon. Bye for now. Until next time, thanks so much for being here. I just love this. Don't you? Bye for now.